Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Monday, November 15th, and I am here with another Quickie coloring tutorial. Okay, so on this piece here, this is from Tropical World by Millie Marotta, and as you can see, it's the butterfly page. It's a double spread page that I was working on. And for this tutorial, and for you to do this project, you'll need some kind of decorative butterfly. I've got wood butterflies here. Zoom in. Zoom in. These are easily obtained from Amazon. You can use anything that you want. Doesn't have to be butterflies, but for this Quickie coloring tutorial, that's what I'm using. And you'll need some kind of wax cord. Waxed works really well because when you go to tie something, the wax holds on to it. But it doesn't have to be wax. You can get away with using non-waxed as well. Okay, so what I've done here is I've gone through, I'm working through all my butterflies. Zoom out. And this actually is also being done in my Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick broadcast. Good grief, excuse me. Which go live every night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this happens to be one of the projects that I am working there. So if you want to see the completed project or more detail on it, you need to pop in and see it. Okay. So this is a very simple, straightforward thing to do. Let me grab my glue. Gluey, gluey, do. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and color, of course, your butterflies. And as you can see, I've added shading around the outside. And what you do is you take your wood butterflies. Now, these are buttons, actually. You'll see the button holes. Zoom in. Zoom in. So these are pretty cool. They missed the paint a little bit on the edge, but hey, this one's got brown on it. Here's one that's more complete. Factory boo-boo. So you need some kind of button. Again, I'm using these butterflies because my piece, my coloring is butterfly. So what you want to do is look for your butterflies here that have the open wingspan, which is like this, like that, and find a compatible wood butterfly that you put right on top of that. Now this one's pretty cool for the green. I'm going to use that. And let's see what we got here. We can do a little purple one here. Now, another thing you can do, I think I'm going to take, this butterfly that was short painted from the factory. It's got that wood on it. And I'm going to grab my Sharpie marker. I'll show you two things here. You can either take your Sharpie marker and just fill in that black. 2 seconds. Or you can go ahead and flip your butterfly over and color in. Let's work with a grain here. Color in your butterfly to be completely black. So let's go ahead and do that because I want to show you the flexibility in doing this. Sharpie marker works really well. Permanent goes on quick. And it's idiot proof. And trust me, I like idiot proof things. So let's get that on there here. And again, if you want to see the full coloring and this whole project, you need to join my Facebook group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. And then you can go ahead and see what we're doing here. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry a couple minutes. But meanwhile, while that's drying, I will show you how to put the rest of this together. So I'm going to pull out some of my cord here. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm fumble finger, so I need to bring in an extra length of cord here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed my cord up through my butterfly button. There's that one, and then there's that. Now, you know me, I'm known as the Queen of Custom Coloring, and I like to put add-ons on my pages. Now, zoom out. Having said that, I don't go crazy with it, and I constantly warn my viewers, don't go nuts with stuff. You always want to be tasteful, and you also always want it to make sense. Alright. So I'm going to tie that on there. And then I'm just going to make a simple little bow. And then I'm going to pull that bow back through to make it the size that I want. I mean, guys, this is so ridiculously easy and straightforward. But, you know, you can use ribbon. If you have thin ribbon, you can do it with ribbon. Look how cute that looks. Isn't that cute? And then when I get it to be the size that I want, I'm going to take my glue. And we'll go, well, I'm not going to do that quite yet. Hold on. We've got a reason for that. Bear with me. So I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to start on the back here. And I'm just going to plop that little butterfly down on this one. Okay, and we'll let that sit a minute. Look how ridiculously cute that looks. Isn't that cute? See that? So I'm going to let that set up. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of the glue and I'm going to pop it on top of my knot. Now this stuff dries clear, so there won't be any issues with it. Alright, so while that's drying, let's go ahead and do our second one. We'll get that there. Now, I will have you know that I put down one of these little butterflies by accident without putting the cord through it. How I did that, I haven't a clue. So all I did was I made the bow, I free-handed the pulling, you know, the making of the bow, and I just glued it right on top of the butterfly, and I made sure to cover the holes so it looked like I came up through it. Alright, so here's butterfly number 2. Now, because this is wax cord, it tends to stay tied, but I want to show you a little trick. This is called a surgeon's knot, that when you pull through to go ahead and make your knot, you go through an extra turn. And then pull that closed. All right. And again, if you have very thin ribbon, you can do this with. If you have decorative cord, you can do it. If you have, you know, cord that's got little shinies on it, anything that's teeny tiny enough to go through the holes of the butterfly, you're good. Okay, butterfly number 2. We'll pull these loops closed. Oh, it's just so cute. I am so fumbled finger, it's crazy. Now, your bows don't have to be perfect, and in fact, I would recommend that you not make them perfect. Okay? You just want to have it look like it's kind of a free spirit thing, if that makes sense. Okay. So, bow number 2. Now, this dispenser that I have, I got this from Amazon. It's got a very narrow tip here. I love it. And it's really great for applying glue. This is special glue. It's called PVA glue. And it sticks like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so there is butterfly number 2. Anything with PVA in it is an excellent, excellent glue, and it will stay stuck. Zoom in. Zoom in. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drop my glue on there. And we're good to go. And I'll let that dry. Alright, a couple more. So this is my all black butterfly. Just something a little bit different. I love the black and the purple. So let me pull out my cord. Put that away before I knock it off the table. Now, if you want to, you can decorate this butterfly with something. I may do that while I got you on camera. We'll see. So we'll pull that up through here. And again, these are just butterfly buttons. Colorful, inexpensive. Alright, let's get this tied on here. So, one time through, and then another time through, and pull that closed. This stuff is pretty strong cord, I'll tell you. And then I'll go ahead and make my bow with my clumsy fingers. Hopefully you guys don't have as clumsy fingers as I do. What can I say? Oops. Let's try this again. Told ya. Oh, come on. There we go. Now, be sure to pull your strings down towards the bottom. Zoom out. Zoom out. It'll look better. And again, you don't want your bows looking, you know, perfect. Because we've got kind of like that, I don't know how to explain it, I don't know, country look. And then we'll go ahead and dollop some glue on there. And then I'll go ahead and dollop some glue on the back of here. And then we'll plop that right down on there. Oh my gosh, look how terrific that black looks. You'll see it shortly. Okay, zoom out. So I've got 3 of these butterflies on my pages. And then what you do is just go ahead and clip your strings. Now, hang with me a minute. I'm going to show you something a little extra. Let's get that. Cut there. Now, if you want to leave little longer danglies, that's fine too. That looks neat for the sweep of what the piece is. And if you want your dangly to come off the page, that's fine. It'll look cool. It really will. Don't be constrained, guys. Okay. Now, here's the little extra that I want to show you. This is a just because. Let me find what I need here. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Zoom out. Now again, this is my other page that I did, and as you can see, I put some butterflies in between the butterflies that were on the page, but I can't do that yet on this one because I haven't colored in the blue. But you can see how this looks. Isn't that cool? So I've got a couple outside, and then I've got a couple on the butterflies themselves. Alright, let's see if I can do this without knocking the camera. Of course not. Alright, so let me pull my rhinestones here. These are multiple rhinestones, multiple sizes. And I thought it would look really cool to put, yeah, some light purple rhinestones on my butterfly. See those? Isn't that neat? Now, these are adhesive. They're on here, but I always tell you, don't count on that adhesive to necessarily hold for you. And by the way, you could use liquid pearls on here would work as well too. That's that stuff that you get in the bottle from Ranger Corporation. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you how cool this will look to put some rhinestones. So we peel that off. And I like to use a toothpick to pick them up, so I'll put like a little bit of glue on there. And then I'll put that right on my spot. Again, my glue will dry clear, so I'm not concerned about my overspillage. Zoom in. Zoom in. But it always, I'll just go ahead and clean that up just a little bit. Alright, so let's get the next one here. Blop that down there. And I'm just cleaning off that big goop. Now, again, it will dry clear, but that's just me. Alright, let's go ahead and pop on a couple more. So I'm going to bend these bows up just a little bit and get them out of my way. I'm feeling blingy tonight. So I'm going to put a drop of glue there and a drop of glue there. And we will put that on there. And I'll put that there. How pretty is that? Alright, and then I'm going to move these little puppies over this way and push my bow up. And we'll go ahead and get this last two on here. There's one. I've gotten pretty good at this. And there's two. And I like to give it a little push with my finger, just to set that glue. Excuse me while I get this cleared out. Look at that. Isn't that darling? And then I'll just pull my bow back and get my little tails here and get this out of the way, and then you can see. How cute is that? Isn't that beautiful? Now, if you want, you could come down a little bit lower with your butterfly. Just depends. Just depends where you want to put it. So there's this one. And then here's this one. No extra bling on it. For no reason other than that I just didn't. And then here's my third one here. So let's take a look at everything. You can get an idea. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So what do you think? I've got 3 of my butterflies done. Again, I'll be coloring these other butterflies in, adding a couple more. I may put a butterfly in between here because that works as well. Zoom in. But I want you guys to think about stuff like this, okay? I didn't get overly crazy with it. Let me clean this off here. I didn't get overly crazy with it. I'm not going to add a wood butterfly to every single butterfly that's on my page. that would be overkill. And you'll notice that I'm adding my butterflies where the butterflies are flat. So I've got this one, this one, this one. Oh, and the only one that I really have left is that. So I will put something on here after I get it colored and get the background in. So that gives you a really good idea here. All right, guys, that's it. So again, you just need a few of these wooden butterflies. Get them from Amazon. A little bit of glue, a little bit of your thread, wax or not, or ribbon, and you can do something really cool. And see, this is what I mean about adding an extra butterfly or two. You can see how I'm putting it in between on the pages, or in between on the coloring. All right, guys, love you. Thanks for your time. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. This is a Quickie coloring tutorial, and I'll be putting this puppy up on YouTube shortly, but of course it's in my main group on Facebook. I hope you like what you saw. Enjoy. Love you guys. See you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central for my normal program. Bye.